On with the headlines on the dailies this morning. We're back to the table, and Chris Monica joins. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
Charles.
Chris.
Good morning, Belinda. Good morning, the world.
Quite an interesting headlines out of this dailies, especially as it concerns the Lukarawas terrorist group. NSA yesterday was giving some sort of speech. I mean, it sounded like he was boastful, some sorts. He was boastful about the fact that nobody dares Tinubu and wins. And I'm wondering, why do we still have these guys lurking around? I mean, we should. That speech felt to me like it was something that they had done with, like they have finished Lukarawa. So saying that nobody dares Tinubu, is it Tinubu that is being threatened by them, or is
Well,
it the Nigerian army?
Nigeria is synonymous with Tinubu as we are talking now. Everywhere you mention Nigeria, you mention Tinubu. So Tinubu as a president is now synonymous with the name Nigeria, because most of things that happen in Nigeria surrounds the buck stops on his desk. He is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria at this time, and the incumbent president. Beyond that, the decision to crush, the decision for hard-reaching actions on anything has to come from his desk, because the sensitivity of this terrorism, banditry, and all that surrounds that. Over time, we as Nigerians have found out that it's not as simple as we think. There are so many complex issues surrounding it. It's surprising that we have heard that terrorism has become a business, big-time business. And a lot of grease and sleaze and horse trading that surrounds it and makes it even more difficult for any government in power to say, I am going out for this and doing it. So they have reported neutralizing, they've reported hard attack and hard actions on Lukarawa. And we said, once in a while you hear good news coming out of Nigeria. This is one of the things, because like I said, when in the first day it was reported that this new group has entered and they killed 15 somewhere in Zamfara or somewhere. And I said here on this desk that this new group have not even landed, and this is how much harm they've done. So that they require also, whatever a man sows, they reap. So since they show no mercy, the Bible I read, as a Christian said, if to those who show no mercy shall they receive. So whatever a man soweth, he shall reap. So whoever sows storm will reap wild wind. Those who sow terror is every Nigerian. In fact, we'll go to the point where it's like, if it's terror and they have come all out to show terror to Nigerians, let the government muster power and treat them with such hand of terror. Because it's not only Agbalomo or Odara that has given birth to a child that you always press the mouth. What is good for the geese is good for the gander. If you want life and there's always a better way of doing this instead of wasting human lives every day. And we count in numbers. And if you check for the last 2 decades, this bug of terror struck Nigeria. We've really lost a lot of Nigerians. We've really lost a lot of Nigerians. And it's not good for us. So whatever the security forces of Nigeria have decided to do on this, and whatever the president has done, if nobody dies Tinubu and wins, the National Security Advisor wants any terror group. Please let them match action with the West. And we salute the gallantry of Nigerian soldiers. Because there's this saying that says, when you are telling the man selling suya, to cut more suya for you, this suya is cutting for you is coming from the body of a nama, a cattle, or cow. So all these things that we have been bleeding is Nigerian people's life, citizens. And it's the sole responsibility of any government to defend the lives and property of these citizens. So whatever the government is doing is in the right direction. We salute our government, Tinubu, and his people on this, especially the new Chief of Army Defense Staff. I think he has come with, has hit the ground running and taking decisive actions on this instead of a lot of talks we have had over time. You can see his marching action. Because for him to move straight after a few days of ascending the office, to move to Sokoto, the front line, and begin to take action, it's like he's ready to match action with West, and we wish him good luck.
Right. I mean, there are other security issues that we're faced with. The killing of 2 soldiers after the attack on the soldiers' checkpoint somewhere in Abia State, the boundary between Abia and Imo State. And
this is recurring.
Yes, it is.
And it's a very bad omen. It's adding to whatever that is the bad omen that is there before. Because if you look at the security issues in Nigeria, you can't look at Southeast and say it's not as bad as it is in the Northwest or Northeast. So it's almost comparable. And whatever force that is making Southeast look this bad, I think it's calculated. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Because the idea is, whenever you have opportunity of hearing the leader of IPOB, that is Nnamdi Kanu, speak, he doesn't speak this violence. He doesn't speak go kill, destroy, loot. He doesn't speak that. So we are not yet sure who is doing this. And over time, a lot of people have said some people are cashing into situations like this to give a dog bad name to murder it. Nobody. And then each time, Nnamdi Kanu has always had very little time to pour out his mind when he appears in court, and the journalists struggle to get attention, to have 1 or 2 words with him. You find he got always pressed that whenever a God keeping him, he will have opportunity of coming out, that he will deal with this situation. That some people are really burning the candle from 2 sides. They will just say Nnamdi Kanu is doing this, then they go to the other side just to make sure they press Southeast to death, to extinction. Because you know what it means. Whoever kills a corpse, we have to pay. Not to kill Nigerian army. Whoever will talk to, any person will say, go kill Nigerian soldier. For what? They are not the people who post themselves there. And by the way, they are the checkpoints trying to check the rising cases of kidnap and other crimes. That has, the bug has beaten Nigeria. So if you are just fighting and killing them, who will protect you? Because you asked the question. Some people said they are just interested in killing all the native doctors who are doing the antidote, for them. But the ones who are sending the dots have then finished. So you don't use this is not the approach.
Do you think the release of Nnamdi Kanu would bring peace in the Southeast?
I am part of the people who add my voice and say, without the federal government, let them release Nnamdi Kanu. Because Nnamdi Kanu said, if you release me, I will bring peace to Southeast. Let us die. Because there's the test of the pudding is in the eating. Release him. Challenge him. Challenge